Right, so this recipe we're going to do is a poached plaice, which we've got our fillets of plaice here already, which we prepared earlier. And we're going to serve it with a nice mushroom cream and butter sauce. Again, using the fish stock, which we made earlier from our fish carcass bones from the plaice. So first of all, we're going to make a poaching liquor again. So we've got some white wine, we've got some carrot, celery and leek going into the pan there. Very similar to the salmon poaching. And again, if you've got a few things to poach, particularly fish, you can use the same poaching liquor over and over again during the course of an hour or two if you're going to be doing more and more than just one poaching recipe. So in goes our celery, leek and carrot. If we've got any bay leaves, I think a bay leaf there as well would be quite nice. And that goes too. Now once this gets to the point where it's just nicely simmering, almost there now, we're going to take our plaice and we're just going to literally lay our fish in there. It's not going to take much time at all. There it goes. Because it's nice and thin, it will cook fairly quickly. Get one more in there, I think, as well. Now, while the poaching is going on with the fish, we can make a start on our sauce. Now, the sauce is very, very straightforward. Okay, so what we're going to do is take our fish stock, which we prepared earlier, into the pan we go. Allow that to come to the heat. Once it comes to the heat, we're going to put some sliced mushrooms in. Just little button mushrooms we're using today. Just nicely sliced. Remember to keep an eye on your fish that's poaching. It's just coming to the boil now, so we just want it to simmer as opposed to boil. Just gently cooking. Okay, so nice sliced mushrooms. And these are going to be cooked in the fish stock as a part of the sauce. So they can now go into our fish stock. All nice fresh ingredients and all cooked very quickly and simply. Okay, so fish stock, mushrooms. Now into there we're going to put some double cream, about the same amount of double cream to fish stock. So in that goes. A little bit of a whisk. Now what we need now is for the actual fish stock and the cream to reduce down by about a half. Once it's reduced down by a half, we can then add some chunks of unsalted butter, which will be used to thicken the sauce and make it a really nice shiny glazed sauce, very rich and very tasty. We're going to serve our poached plaice on a bed of spinach leaves, which we're going to cook in a minute or so. And in the meantime, our sauce will carry on reducing down to a point where it's nice and thick and creamy. Okay, so the poached plaice is now cooked, as we can see. So it's nice and white, very nice and light as well. Look at that, really nice. Just gently remove it from the pan. If you can, just strain it on a bit of kitchen paper, just remove any excess stock. And just put it to one side, just to keep it warm. Remember, it's very delicate. There we are. We've got two nice portions here. I've actually got some of the leeks with the portion there, which should be cooked through nicely, so we can use them as well. There's the other one. So two lovely portions of poached plaice, ready just to finish. Now to finish them, we're going to serve them with some steamed spinach. Very quick and simple to do. Take a pan, onto the gas, a couple of chunks of butter, just melted down. And into there we literally take some fresh spinach leaves, which have been washed and de-stalked. And they're cooked down very quickly, as you'll see. And we're also going to put a little bit of salt into there, some pepper and some nutmeg. Nutmeg goes very well with spinach. Not too much seasoning. and freshly grated nutmeg. In that goes. You hear the butter there just sizzling at the bottom. On with the lid and just let it steam down and give it a stir in a second or so and it will cook in no time. The sauce, as you can see, is reducing down, and into there we're going to start adding some chunks of butter to thicken the sauce now. So we just add one chunk at a time, and instead of using an implement we just swirl the pan and you'll find the sauce thickens through nicely. Once one chunk of butter has actually been dissolved into the sauce, we then add another one. If you have too many in one go, you find that the sauce becomes too thin and it'll take longer to thicken. Okay, the spinach you can see really cooking down quickly. Just nice and gently cooked. That nice butter, salt, pepper and nutmeg. And literally, once it's cooked down to that point, turn off the gas and just keep the lid on there and it will finish cooking in its own steam. Now in the meantime, we'll take our service plate, we'll take our spinach, onto the plate we go. Nice and fresh and vibrant colours. Take our fish, which has been nicely drained, onto the spinach, and then the sauce. We've got another chunk of butter to go in, and while that's just reducing down, take some fresh parsley. There's a lovely garnish with some lemon. The sauce is almost there. Just need to season the sauce. It's always important to season the sauce last, because as it reduces down, the seasoning will intensify. So always just season at the end. A little bit of salt and pepper. And that sauce you can see really nice and creamy and shiny with the mushrooms running through it. Okay, so then we just take our sauce, which is really nice and rich and delicate with the flavours. And see how shiny that is? Really nice and shiny. If it coats the back of a spoon, which we're almost there, then that's the right consistency that we're looking for. There we are. So just over the back of the spoon, and on from here, just slightly over the fish, with the nice mushrooms. And serve. That's poached plaice on a bed of spinach with a mushroom cream sauce.